everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition with myself as the Allies. And we're here on May 11, 1943, trying to continue our push. It's very slow and steady. At least that's what I'm going with. Those who would prefer some epic action might disagree with the steady part, at least. Certainly, probably would agree with slow. Um, I just don't, you know, maybe if we had had a battle of Midway and sank 4 carriers, I could be a bit more aggressive. But until we, cure our situation, I'm not real excited about charging into what might be the teeth of. Seriously? Oh, that is so maddening. So maddening. Now, I'm not really that stressed about it. It's not that really, it's in reality, it's fine. We're moving on. We're good. But it's just, that would have been so cool to hit that and sink it. But the fact that we missed, okay, if we have a dud, I mean, we're still seeing duds, but a miss, ugh, that's disheartening. Okay, that's a better word for it, actually. Not maddening, not frustrating, disheartening. Especially when you see an AO appear on the horizon and you're like, ooh, nice, and then miss? I guess it's a good thing for him it was escorted, because if it wasn't escorted, we probably would have just hit it on the surface. Hmm. I don't like these bombs. Yeah, you notice we're not doing a lot of bombing. I saw that a lot of our aircraft are in maintenance status, especially in Burma. And I've done a pretty good job of wrecking the bases I really wanted to. So we're giving them one more day of rest. I'll probably start looking into bombing again, but we'll see what the status is next time. Now these guys were supposed to bomb last turn. They did not, for whatever reason. So they're going today. This one not as successful as the first one, and that's with clear sky. So it's a very short, lackluster turn. Although who knows, we'll see what the land segment has in store for us. All right. We probably went through all these bombardments last turn, but I don't know why when I recorded, I was like, I completely did not notice all the bombardments. He still has 3 units here, and I'm not sure why, but it's possible that he feels like he can hold this hex against me. And it's possible he's not wrong. All right. We'll see how this turn wraps up with reinforcements, etc. And then we'll jump into May 12. Ooh, tank battalion. All right, we're back on May 12, 1943. Let's see what's going to happen today. It's been a few days since I've sent him the turn, so I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen today from my end, but I have no idea what to expect from him. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't want to expect to hit a destroyer, but it's always cool to hope. There we go. There's a light cargo ship. I'm patrolling all these sea lanes because he is going to have to supply some of these islands, and we can catch some of these light cargo ships that he has running around up here. So that's one of the things I'm doing there. And so that thing sinks, and now we're going into the air. Um, Burma, I've re-engaged with my air in Burma, but we're bombing the ground troops because he's gotten, yeah, right here. Yeah, I expected him to cap this. I have no idea where he's flying from. Hanoi or Hanoi? Hanoi. I don't know why I can't pronounce that name. I've heard it a lot of times. But I don't know if he's flying from Chiang Mai. I know that that's pretty wrecked, that base. All right, let's give it a little bit of a few turns. We've got more fighters coming. Well, these are his good pilots, it looks like. It's fairly even fight here. We're taking most of the damage. Actually, it looks like I just need to, yeah. This could be a while, even though it's not very many. Even though it's not very many aircraft total, because of the um, nature of them being relatively even. Okay, so according to this, he loses 5, we lose 1. It's going to be more than that, probably both sides. Yeah, I need to get that aircraft in here quickly. But it's going to take forever. It may take several months even. All right, we're coming in at 8,000, I think. The goal here is to beat him up a little bit so he doesn't. So if he attacks us here, he can't do too much damage to us. I looked, and our troops that are parked there are not dug in. I don't know why they're not. Um, but they've built 0 fortifications. I guess they haven't been there too long, but still. So one thing I haven't been paying attention to is what troops we're bombing, but I know he has at least one division here. Oh man. We didn't get all of our bombers in, but all the sweeps went. So now bombers are going to come in the afternoon and get chewed up. More frustrating situation. Mm, yep. All right. So it looks like, well, okay. So he has a brigade here as well. Uh, he's got more than that, but I'm just saying. So like 65th Brigade. Hmm, I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I expected a deliberate attack. Actually, I expected a bombardment. I didn't think he was just gonna attack because he doesn't know what we have. But I have kind of wondered if he was gonna do attack. Now this is ×3 terrain, so our small like battalion ran away. That's okay. Or did it get eliminated actually? Yeah, it got eliminated. Um, so we're gonna just bomb this every day. Um, because we have reinforcements coming, but they're gonna be a while. All right. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this situation here on the south, eastern part of Burma. All right, so let's take a look at this ops report for briefly. And okay, just gonna kind of skim over it myself. I may miss something, but whatever I miss, I'll catch when I'm um, finalizing the turn here. So we've got a tanker ready to go, a sub. Okay. Um, this this cargo ship was hit pretty hard, but it made it back, and it's we're just gonna get it repaired just enough to take it to float itself back to Calcutta. But what I was gonna say is this it's probably it's got a lot of major damage, but now we can get it over there. All right, another sub here at Townsville. And anyway, so we got some things repaired. We got some upgrades. He upgraded Nagoya. We upgraded Leh and Ramri Island. We upgraded a tank battalion. These should have M5s now. The Stuarts, M5 Stuart instead of M2s and M3s. This means our infantry division should be able to combine. Um, yeah. So, all right. Let's look at losses here. 4 to 14. I am surprised we only lost one. That means we didn't lose any of our bombers, which I was like frustrated about. But um, let's take a look here. Yeah, he lost a lot of Tojos, not 17. Since he lost nothing else, we'll just say he lost 14. Um, so 9 air to air of these Tojos. I'm surprised. I thought they did a lot better against even our P40s. We get out relatively unscathed. We do lose a bomber. Um, this might be one of those that's on patrol in the Bay of Bengal. And we sank the Nisio Maru, small little cargo ship with short endurance. And I don't think we've been told that we've sank any cruisers yet, but we'll have to keep an eye on it, eye out for it. By the time we get informed, it's going to be ancient history and won't even be on this page. Last month, we'd have to look at all dates. Okay, did we lose any pilots? One missing, one wounded. We may get both of those back. Who knows? But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm somewhat pleased with these results, especially the 1 to 9. Okay, let's go around the map quickly because there's not really much to talk about, but the 7th division is almost ready to go. We're gonna carry it to I'm gonna say Tarawa, and then let it prepare, switch to combat mode, and prepare for embarking on an invasion of Kwajalein. And that it's going to be relatively quick turnaround. We get here, flip them, and then come up here. Because by the time we're ready to do that, everything should be in place to pull the trigger. We'll have our battleship group that's going to bombard ready, so we should be able to just hammer that out. We should have fighters in these two bases flying cover, as well as escort carriers. So I think we're gonna pull the trigger on that quickly. And actually, Kwajalein is here. I keep hovering over Roy Namur. Anyway, we're gonna. I'd like to take that too, but I kind of want to just get this first. And the airfield is going to be terrible, but we could also put fighters here in short order and fly cover as we take Roy Namur. But having a port capacity max of 5, we can use this as a base to launch from to invade any of these, the rest of these. We could just basically use this as a, well, the max stacking is 6K. It won't be a very good staging area. No, these are all tiny um, atolls that are really probably best suited for smaller invasion forces. This can hold 30K, but It's also not that great of a base. Yeah, the rest of these are tiny. That's okay. Ponape is a regular island, I believe, so that has no limits, and Truck does have a limit, but um, it's I don't see the word atoll here, but maybe it's not here either. Yeah, it's there, but it's not here. Anyway, moving on. Um, all right. Similarly, what am I looking at? Okay, the airfield capacity is getting close to being flipping to 5. Um, yeah, and these three bases, sorry, I'm gonna paradrop here, and then I'm gonna just do an amphibious invasion, but really it's just unloading troops that are gonna go up this road to take Kafieng. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it instead of invading here. Um, and then I need to bring up some ASW assets to harass that guy. In fact, I might send some sub chasers soon to just, well, chase it away. But yeah, we're gonna pair drop and then unload because I think we'll have less equipment losses if we've captured this base. I won't have the ability to build up the port. I'm not. I'll land whatever engineers I can, but that I'm not gonna just sit here and build up the port. They're gonna move up the road, so when we take Kavieng, we can repair it and build up the port and air capacities, max them out as quickly as possible. We could always have like some kind of construction unit here to upgrade this for points, and also it does have air capacity and whatnot. Um, and so that's what we're going to do here. Pair drop, and then also we're pinning these guys on to the sea and should be able to capture it very quickly with what I've got marked for Kavieng. So that's going to be in the very near future. These two are a little bit more precarious. It's sticking our nose even closer to truck. And so I will for sure want air. I'll have land-based air. We're building up Madang. I'm gonna try to get some engineers up here to Hansa Bay because that's a really good base too. And then we can cover these two bases invasions. Darwin, we're almost ready to pull that trigger. We have this cruiser. These Australian ships are coming over here. They're going to help us up in here um, as well. So up here in Burma, we just got attacked. He's got even more guys coming. We've got some guys on the move. This brigade, we've got another brigade coming right here. So we've got some guys coming. I may park them here um, and try to hold because this is also ×3 terrain. And so I may just let this guy get knocked out of position. If he gets kicked out, we can recover. Um, I'm not going to upgrade this. Not yet. What we'll do is when he gets kicked out, he'll lose a lot of elements, and then we can upgrade it then. Uh, I don't know all the assets we have, but let's flip this to upgrade allowed. And with this guy coming, let's flip this guy to upgrade. Oh, he's already flipped to upgrade allowed. I don't know how much. I haven't looked at the pool for specific units like British infantry and 6-pounders, things like that. So I don't know what we have. Well, let's take a minute to do that real quick here. And that way you can see what we have, what we're looking at. Infantry, what? Man, okay, let's take a second. Well, first, I can look at army gun. Um, 3 jungle gun. We have 48, so we should be able to upgrade those. Squad. Well, British 32. So we don't have enough of these guys to upgrade them. Um, so also I wanted to talk about something here. Okay. I think it's the I think it's this. Um 6-pounder 99. So we should have enough of these to upgrade. All right. So we have paratroopers here at Chittagong. And if I have to, I will bring my Dakota 3s. What's their range? 10? Well, let's say 10. So what I'm thinking is getting these Dakota 3s. Maybe I'll stand them down. Because what I was thinking is I could paradrop these guys behind their lines. Um, I don't want to do more than 10. Even if it lets me. Um, so maybe let me check what else we got. I could use these A46As. Um, all right. So what I'm let me just what are C47s also 10? Okay, that's bad. DC3. Okay, so maybe I'll snag these C46As. I'm gonna stand down for a second. I just got them, so like, whatever supplies I've flown in here, it can live without. So I'm gonna let them stand down. They'll recover some fatigue, hopefully get the aircraft, maintained, ready to go. What I'll do is I'll paradrop. I want to paradrop behind their lines, maybe right here even. And that way these guys will not have supply. They'll have some serious supply problems and fairly quickly. Yeah, we can get it in 13. So I could even paradrop all this is Jungle Rough. He does have fighters here. I may bomb Chiang Mai, but we'll probably just keep bombing here. It's fine. Um, he's not going to fly cap over this. Well, I don't think he will. And so yeah, we'll let it rest. Like I say, I've got this para brigade right here. Replacements, upgrade. Okay. So yeah, we don't have the rest available. But this is pretty strong. If we can get them behind the lines here and cut them off, he'll have to get supplies up this really bad route and, you know, rugged terrain. He's got supply issues here, so I think he would have supply issues here as well if we captured this road here. So yeah, we're gonna pull that trigger shortly. Okay. So yeah, and we're advancing on him here. I'm jumping ahead of myself. What I also wanted to point out is and I kind of already alluded to it. So our air offensives in this area have heavily suppressed his bases, but unless our recon is pretty good here, and it looks like it's fully um, like ready to go. This Rangoon. So I'm tempted to hit that because what if he leaves his fighters here? But I feel like I need to keep suppressing these troops. So I'll probably do that. I'll look at what I've got in the area, what the fatigue is, because if we just look briefly here, these two squadrons are based in this theater, and they're already well. One of the reasons their fatigue is already high is because um, I shifted them from Chittagong to this area, and they've already flown. So yeah. So I may. Well, I'll do all this. In fact, I'm just gonna. So let's see. So that'll add another 13 bombers to that attack. See, this is where we lost one of these. That's fine. We'll replace it and be ready to go next time. Anyway, so I think we're gonna bomb his ground troops again. I'll take a look at all the things, make sure that's exactly what I want to do. He'll likely get these fighters out of here. That's what he keeps doing. He'll fly them in, use them, and then rail them out because he doesn't want to lose them. I would love to hit Rangoon, but I feel like until I've got my defensive line stronger here, I'm gonna have to keep bombing these troops, and the base will have to wait. All right. And then moving east into China, east, northeast, what that kind of thing. On this map, it looks east, but really it's just how it's um, laid out. Let's see. So the troops here, we don't know what he's doing with them, so we'll just have to wait for him to move on us. We do have a whole core here, so that's good, and it's a pretty strong core. So if he wants to move over here, that's his prerogative. And then we've got a defensive force here. Although if he came across shock attacked, he probably would do something to me. But what I was saying earlier is this guy will be in here next turn. He'll know we're here because he's got recon cars. He's for sure gonna see us. And then what will he do? Will he run away? I mean, if he does, that's that's fine. If he does not, yeah, we'll go in. So this guy and this guy may arrive at the same time, but we'll see how it goes, and then we'll assault, like do a shock attack, blow him out of here, and then this brigade I'll send back out, and we'll do some more stuff behind the lines over here. So if I were to do this supply thing, we can see he has no troops anywhere else along this road, so we can at least get this far safely. Um, he may have something here. And here. Okay. Well, anyway, but I don't think he's suspecting this. And then down here, of course, we've got the static line, where we're facing off against each other. And then down here is our static line. We were able to as a recap from a few months ago, we were able to push him back to this line because he had taken these three bases from us, and we've recaptured them and established the line over here instead. But he's threatening us here because we just have a major supply issue going on. Um, just these guys are hungry, and we just don't have very much as Changsha either. It's just supply is a major problem right now for us in China. And I mean, we'd probably have better supply situation if we lost a bunch of troops that we wouldn't have to feed. But because he hasn't really smashed us anywhere, we're all these troops are pretty getting they're pretty strong, and I'm trying to get them stronger, and then they're just running out of um, equipment, supplies, all sorts of stuff. But we've got this mountain gun. This is just artillery. It's heading to this area. I may send it. I may send it to this area. We should have artillery already here. Um, we don't have any there. Maybe I'll send it to Lanchow or to this area here. But in any case, it's already heading in that general direction. Um, the March objective is 8239, which is here. So as it heads up, we'll know where we want it, and by the time it gets here, I'll be able to know if I want to send it north to there or south to there. And then we've got our anti-aircraft fire, one to Changsha, one to Xi'an, and I want to allocate some more. So I'm going to look at what I've got here. I've got a bunch of anti-aircraft shuffling around here, and when I have more information about what I have, I'll gather um, I'll probably gather some assets to go different directions. All right, so we have this ship very quickly actually recovered. I'm actually surprised at how quickly. And now it's going to take 3 days to get in condition to readiness condition to sail to Calcutta. Um, but that was good. It didn't sink, and now it's in good enough condition. It'll make it to Calcutta on its own power, and we can repair it then. All right, so this guy is literally right between us and Akyab, and so I'll probably divert it around. In fact, let's do that now, just because I'll likely forget. So we'll go this way. Because that way, if he chases us, oh, I don't want to do that. It's not terrible though. But let's turn off coastal. It'll just follow the waypoints. All right. And that's fine. So what I'm gonna do with this guy is just set a secondary patrol to there. Um, and he can just bounce back and forth here. Um, yeah, for now that'll work. And yeah, he's set to full refuel. So anyway, that'll be fine. All right. That's all I have to talk about at this time. Let me wrap up here and come back May 13. We've got a lot in front of us and some some new challenges, but we'll figure it out. We'll, I mean, we, I want to, kind of have to. Um, yeah, it's very important that we get this situation under control. I may shoot up this 14th British Brigade as well. I'm just going to put it in move mode. He hasn't been attacking. We're the only ones attacking him. But yeah. All right. Thanks for joining me, and looking forward to what's coming in the near future. But take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.